Hello and welcome to Powerviz. Have you ever wondered how to elevate your Power BI reports with professional IBCS compliant charts? In today's tutorial, I'll guide you step by step on how to use the Powerviz KPI visual to create stunning IBCS style charts that make your data truly stand out. I'm going to show you two different IBCS style charts that you can create in the KPI visual. I'm also going to show you the measures that you can simply drag and drop to bring your IBCS chart to life. Before we get started, let me help you understand how to read this particular visual. On my x-axis, I have different months of the year, and then I'm using the Powerviz filter visual here to filter the year. I've currently filtered for the year 2013, and on my y-axis, you see two different kind of bars. The black bar denotes the total sales for the current year, which is the selected year from the slicer, and then you have the green bars and the red bars, which is basically displaying the variance when compared to last year. The green bar basically says that the sales for that particular month has increased when compared to last year, whereas the red bar says the opposite, which means that the sales have dropped when compared to last year. With this visual representation, it's now easier than ever to understand the story of your data. Here is another chart that I have created to help you understand the story behind your data. I have combined two different charts here. On the below chart, the dark bar represents the total sales for the current year, and the outline bar that you see here, it basically denotes the sales for last year. And you can see that by just looking at this particular visual at the top here, you're able to quickly know that there are 3 months in the year where the sales have dropped, and then there are 9 months in the year where your sales have improved. With these kind of charts, you don't really have to spend a lot of time to understand the story behind your data. So I'm going to show you how to simply drag and drop the measures to create these visuals. So let's get started. The KPI visual is available for you to download on the App Stores. To add the KPI visual to your Power BI report, all you have to do is click on these three ellipses and select Get More Visuals. That will take you to Microsoft App Stores, where you can simply type in KPI by Powerviz, click on Add, and the visual will be added to your report. Now let's add this visual to our report and start building our charts. I'm going to bring in the month here into the categories section, and then I have created different measures here. I have the total sales measure, which is basically the sum of the order sales. And then I have another measure here, which is basically calculating the sales for last year. I'm using the calculate function here to sum the sales amount, and then passing in the same period last year function with the date field here to bring in to calculate the last year sales. I also have another measure here called variance, which basically is the difference between the total sales and the last year sales. Let's start adding in these measures into our value section. You can add total sales, the last year sales, and then the variance into our visual. And then let's click on create here so that you can create a custom visual from scratch. And then let's select bar chart. Now let's quickly head to the edit layer. In the value section, select total sales, and by select the month that we have added, and then click on apply. Now let's quickly go back into edit layer. Under bar, you have different orientation and chart types to choose from. In this video, I'm going to talk about the variance chart here. Right now, this is disabled because we need to add another measure so that the variance can be calculated. So let's go back into the data section here. In the value section, make sure you also add last year sales. And now let's head over to the bar tab, and now you will see that the variance option is enabled. And in the actual section here, select total sales, and in my target, select last year sales. And let's also change the actual bar color to black color here, or the color of your choice. Click on apply, and then click on apply. And now you can see that we've created the beautiful IBCS style chart just by dragging in the measures and changing a couple of settings in the KPI visual. Now, if you go back into edit layer, under bar section, you have various formatting options to play around with. You have the actual bar pattern. You have 3 different styles that you can choose from: solid, outline, or hatched. You can also change the variance colors here. You can choose a color of your choice, or if you want to interchange the colors, you can do so right from here. You can also display the label here for variance. Click on apply, and now you'll be able to see the variance right on the visual. And when you go to format tab, there are various formatting options that are available here for you to play around with so that it meets your needs and requirements. The KPI visual not only saves you time, but also ensures your data presentation follows IBCS standards, making your reports both impactful and easy to interpret. Now let me show you how to create the combined IBCS style chart. Let me quickly add the KPI visual to my Power BI report here, and then bring in the measures, the total sales, the last year sales, and the variance measure. And now I can simply click on create, and then let's select bar chart again here. In the value section, I'm going to select total sales and last year sales. And in the by section here, I'm going to select month, click on apply. And now you can see that our bar chart has been created, displaying both the current year sales as well as last year sales. Now let's go back into edit layer, and under bar tab, you have the option here called comparison. And when you choose comparison here, you get an option here to change the color for your total sales and for previous year. You can choose a color here of your choice. I'm going to leave it at black and then click on apply. When you do so, what happens is that the previous year sales or the last year sales are now appearing in the borderline here, and the current year sales are appearing in this black bar, which is clearly defining the last year versus your current year sales. And now if you want to add data labels, let's quickly go back into edit layer and let's head to the format tab. Under data labels, you have an option here to choose whether you want to display the labels for actuals or for the previous year. Let's choose actuals and then click on apply. You now have the sales numbers being displayed here, and let's quickly scroll down. And now it's time to add another chart here, which will basically display the variance. I'm going to add another bar chart here. Let's select bar chart, and in the value section, I'm going to select variance this time and by month, and then click on apply. And now you can see that we have created a visual which is basically displaying the variance of these months. I have now aligned both of these charts here, and now let's head back to edit layer. Let's go to the format tab. Under axis here, let's turn off the x-axis and then click on apply, and now we no longer have the axis. Now the colors here are just appearing green and red for just two of these bars. The reason why this is happening is because when you go to the bar section here, let's scroll down and you can see that there is an option here which says enable highlight, which the display type is selected as min and max. The minimum value and the maximum value is being highlighted in red and green here. And let's quickly turn this off for now. Click on apply. And now all of these bars are appearing in gray color. Now what we can do is we'll have to change the color of these bars, but this needs to be done conditionally, because whenever the sales have dropped, we will have to display them in red color, and whenever there is increase in sales, then we will have to display that particular bar in green color. So to conditionally format these bars, you don't really have to create any kind of measure. All you have to do is just click on this FX button here, which will let you add a new rule. From the value field here, choose variance, and the operator here, let's choose greater than, and then value type fixed. You can also choose this dynamically if you would want. For now, I'm going to leave it at fixed. If my value is greater than 0, I want this to appear in green. I have a hex code here that I want to apply, and then click on apply. And then let's add another rule here. I'm going to click on add rule, and then this time I'm going to again choose variance. If this is less than 0, then I want this to appear in red. I'm going to select red here, click on apply, click on apply, click on apply again. And now you can see that the negative values are now appearing in red and the positive values are appearing in green. And there you have it. This combined IBCS style chart was created in less than a minute. The KPI visual makes it incredibly efficient to build such polished and informative visuals, saving your valuable time while maintaining high standards of data presentation. What are you waiting for? Download the KPI visual from AppSource today.